In this lesson, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know about the balancing of flavors, textures, and temperatures. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to plate this beautiful short rib dish and explain why I am adding what I'm adding. Because first, let's talk about the short rib. It's still a little bit warm, but that's okay. Here I have the short rib, and the short rib is really meaty. It's fatty. It's been cooking for, well, let's say 2 days. First the brining, then the pan frying, then the braising. And there is also a lesson on this on the Gronda Essentials. But it's very fatty, it's very meaty. And to balance that, I have glazed it with a really nice balsamic vinegar glaze. So there is the balance in terms of flavor. So you have the fattiness with a bit of the freshness. To add some texture, I have parmesan cheese crumble, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on top. Now in terms of flavor with the crumble, it's made from parmesan cheese and hazelnuts, a little bit of breadcrumbs as well, a little bit of butter. But the hazelnuts and the parmesan cheese really give it that nice umami, and that pairs really, really well with our next ingredient, and that's the maitake mushroom. But first, let's put it on a plate. Now over here I have the maitake mushrooms. The maitake mushrooms I've just pan fried for a little bit in some butter with a little bit of hazelnut oil to enhance the flavor of the crumble, to really make a good combination. Now, as you can imagine right now, it's pretty heavy. It's quite a heavy dish. So what I did, I made a really nice cherry gel. So it's made from preserved cherries. And I'm just gonna add a couple dots. And what this does, it brings balance with all those heavy flavors, just like with the balsamic vinegar. And all these different flavors will really hit the palate differently as well. So you have the umami, you have the saltiness, the savoriness, the sweetness, and a little bit of sourness as well. Now I'm going to add edible herbs and a couple dots of flowers to give it some color, because we also want some for the palate. But this also gives a lovely crunch, and that's good for the texture. When it comes to temperature, I love to play with temperature as well. I mean, right now the entire dish is hot except for the cherry. Because like I said, if I were to heat this up, the flavor would be a little bit dull. Right now it's really fresh, it's vibrant, and that's what I love. And we want to keep it that way. So that's why playing with temperature is also so important. And then the final touch, and that's some marigold flower. And marigold is really aromatic, and it really has incredible flavor. Now I know that some chefs, they just put flowers on dishes for looks, but I also think it's super important that the flavor is there as well. And this will balance incredible with the powerful short rib, and it will really enhance it and make it even more spectacular. Now the final thing I would like to mention about the balance of flavors, temperatures and textures is also to keep an eye on the build-up. You want to start with something on the palate that is a bit strong, and then it needs to be taken over by, for example, the soury cherry note, and then you taste the maitake. If everything comes in all at once, it's going to be an overkill. So definitely pay attention to that as well. And the way you could do that is work with different textures, maybe something that slowly melts, so that way you can play with flavors. And then once this dish is on the table, what I love to do as well is just present it with a little bit of an aroma. If you put, for example, some flowers on the table that smell lovely like thyme or bay leaf, you can really enhance the dish. So that's also, yeah, just a neat trick to think about.